Hey guys, good to be back with you again here in Mauville City. It's not quite daylight, but it's evening light, which is pretty similar actually by the looks of it, so that's nice. So we went around this way last time. Let's check around this part this time, and as much as I don't want to go back indoors, there's probably a lot to see there. I used to work at Sea Mauville ages and ages ago, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. One of the fellers working under me, can't even recall his name no more, but I can't forget him. That careless fool, he made a real hash of things, and I had to let him go. Signed the slip myself. Not long after he left, though, a letter came for him. It must have been from someone in the family, judging by the name of the return address. I imagine they must have been worrying about him, working out here on the platform alone and so far away. But the postmark, see? It was from long after he'd been let go. I guess his family never knew the truth of what happened. I guess he could never bear to tell the truth of it all. It's a memory that still makes my old heart ache. That's so random, but I guess one of the devs just wanted to write a little story, and I was thinking maybe that person would have been like Mr. Briney or something, although I don't know why he would get fired, but um, probably just a story. Although, I don't know, it could be Archie, but I don't know if Archie's old enough to really fit. I have today off from work, but it's like just thinking about going back tomorrow is dragging me down. I feel so unmotivated. Oh, I've had those days. Alright. So I'm just going through all this. I guess they're ace trainers and they're going out on a date. Or, I don't know. Well, you two enjoy. And I think this is the tower we came up with, right? So we've now made the whole loop. Why am I being stopped? Okay, hand, please. Random? If only that happened in real life, people would just hand you a $5,000 nugget. A mighty fine nugget, all yours now. Hope it pans out for you. There's nothing funny about nuggets. Random, but appreciate it. That, I'm pretty sure, was not in the first game. That's me. Contest Spectaculars. Maybe I could enter one. How do you feel about that, Minin? Positive? Negative? Well, Minin is always pretty negative. That's kind of its thing. Not negative in a mood way, but negative in a charge way. See there, take a good look. Raw talent standing before me, full of fear yet shining brightly. They could be the next big stars in the contest circuit. Indeed. Oh? Looks like you have quite a bit of promise yourself. I must push you to participate in the contest spectaculars as well. Well, thank you, but it's kind of creepy that you're just spying on that girl and her Pokemon from over there. Alright, let's check out the other stair towers, or the other areas of the city. See what we can find. Do you watch BuzzNav? I do occasionally. Let's watch one right now. This is an HNN special report. We have a new update regarding the strange attack on the Oceanic Museum's director, Captain Stern, age 57 by parties unknown. We are just now getting reports that the situation has been resolved peacefully. Captain Stern had this to say about being suddenly set upon by a group unknown to him. Just when I thought things might be over for me, that young boy ran into the fray, showing amazing Pokeball technique. He got into the thick of it with his team, putting those criminals, or whatever they were, on the run. This was Captain Stern's description of his savior, who we have learned is in fact the very same trainer who we reported on previously during the Pico case. We will be sure not to lose sight of this hot young hero here at HNN. Alright, wonder who that could be. Finding a little bit of happiness on Shall We Douse. Alright, well, I guess if you want to watch that play, I'll leave it playing for a bit, but I'm going to try to pay attention to other things on the screen instead just to keep going. Alright, so he likes watching BuzzNav. I guess they're just trying to remind you that it's there, because otherwise you're very likely to forget. Ooh, what is this? I guess a little stall, a little shop that's not currently occupied. The Move Tutoring Dojo. Oh, I know what he can teach you. Okay. Although, this early in the game? Oh, it might be, I think I know. Okay, never mind. I think it's a different move. Fire Pledge. Okay, right. So Fire Pledge, when used with its grass equivalent, its damage increase and a vast sea of fire appears. So I think like in double battles, if two Pokemon use Fire Pledge along with Water Pledge, or Grass Pledge, any combination of the two, a different thing happens. And I think their power doubles, so it's an interesting double battle technique, but Yeah, I would have to have like 2 starters to use it. I think only the starter Pokemon can learn it, but they can learn it no matter which generation they're from. Um, oh, that's a shame because like, I'm not gonna have any grass equivalent to use it with. It'd be really cool if your rival's Pokemon had this as well. I don't think they do. Um, Actually, my special attack is a little bit higher, which is really interesting because, um, the bonus I get from my nature is to attack stats. So I wonder if even as a Blaziken, special attack will be higher. I guess I should take this, which is kind of a shame though, because I really liked the flame charge idea, where it could actually make you go faster as well. Um, Normally I don't like having 2 moves of the same type, but I feel like, especially like early on in the game, um, it's not as bad. And I don't think I'm going to be able to use Peck for much, because what's Peck good against? Grass and Bug, which Fire is also good against. Now they could have secondary types like a Sunscape would be weak to Peck, but not weak to Flame Charge. But even so, Fire Pledge is with Stab base 120. Super effective Peck is only base 70, so it's not even close. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Peck, unless it's like a um, grass and Bug type together or something. Also, Fighting type, I guess, is super effective, but even against Fighting, it would be what base? It'd be 70. Um, I guess I was anyway. Um, Long story short, it seems like it's better just to get the flame charge. So that's what we'll do, and let's go ahead and switch our moves around. Um, I paused because I was remembering that last night, or 2 nights ago, whenever I last played, I think it was 2 nights ago, when I was going to sleep, I actually realized there is a Generation 2 Pokemon we faced, and it's Slugma. We faced Slugma when battling our rival, and I'm not sure we faced it another time. So there aren't many Gen 2 Pokemon in the Hoenn National Dex. What am I doing? Oh, right. Moving the moves around. But there are at least a few. Alright, cool. Yeah, so each game from Generation 3 onward, I think I started saying this a while ago and then forgot. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the TV here so you and I can both focus a little better. Um, more move, more move tutors. What do you teach? Oh, I guess they're ultimate moves. Not sure what that means, but okay. And so your final forms can learn a move here. This is what I was thinking of. They learn like Frenzy Plant or Blast Burn, or I think Hydro Cannon is the other one, which are basically water, fire, and grass equivalents of Hyper Beam or Giga Imp. I think Hyper Beam. I think they're all special, but I could be wrong. Your sister number 2? I'm the second eldest of 4 sisters. Route 118 is down this corridor to the east. You'll need a Pokemon that has learned Surf. Alright, well, we'll do that. Let's actually, and we'll come back and get a bike in a second, but I just want to kind of see how far you can get, because sometimes there'll be a couple trainers or some items you can find even before you go across the water. This reminds me of the route that was east of, I can never remember the city's name, but the one with the ice gym in Gold and Silver. Up, there was a trainer indeed. Well, that's good. I didn't want to spend the whole episode just running around the town. Aroma Lady Rose. And that'll give me a chance to finish my thought about the national decks. So rather than just keep adding Pokemon, adding more than 100 plus the original 250 in this game, and having just tons of Pokemon, which I wouldn't have minded, but I guess people people don't want to get overwhelmed. I'm gonna use Flame Charge because I'm sure it'll knock out Oddish, and then I'll be definitely faster than her second Pokemon, no matter who it is. So see, it's coming very useful already. Glad I kept it. Um, they didn't bring back every Pokemon, so apparently they brought back very few Generation 2 Pokemon. And they kind of do that with every generation from then forward, I guess except Gen 5 and the most recent one, Gen 8, where, um, so what the National Dex is they choose select Pokemon, and usually it's some favorites like Pikachu, Eevee's often in there. A lot of times you'll say like Geodude and Zubat because they're kind of everywhere from previous generations, and along with a mix of ones, or a mix from the old generations and um, all of the new ones. Also, Generation 1 Pokemon seem to be fairly common in the national dexes, just because everybody, I guess, knows them and they're pretty familiar. Heart Scale's cool. Heart Scale, if this works the same way as the original games, you can trade in for the move relearner, which allows you to teach a Pokemon a move they've already forgotten, like Peck. But what's really cool about the move relearner is that um, he can teach your Pokemon moves that they never knew, which is weird. But there are a lot of moves that, especially in the newer games, that they've really taken use of this mechanic as they move on. But there are moves that a Pokemon learns at level 1, and especially if it's an evolved Pokemon, as it also is. Like, for example, Blaziken, for its evolved form, um, can learn a bunch of moves at level 1, but you can obviously not have a level 1 Blaziken. It just is not possible. Um, so what you have to do to get those moves is use the move relearner. So they kind of put them in there as some like secret bonus moves. So that's why it's really good to get heart scales. I actually remember farming them back in the day. You can catch Love Disc, a Pokemon that actually I think lives underwater primarily, maybe through fishing and things as well. But I used to go hunting for it underwater, um, which is actually pretty cool. And you can use a move like Thief. So we do have the TM for Thief. That might be helpful if we ever have to do that. There are probably a few moves I do want to teach my Pokemon via the move relearner. Magnemite, good old-fashioned steel and electric type, which is good because it's weak to fire. Um, and even in, or most games at least, like these games, you can get Pokemon that aren't in the national dex, but you have to either trade them over, or you have to beat the post game. Once you beat like the Pokemon League, then it opens up new areas, and in some cases, like new Pokemon appear in the same areas. Let's double kick, super effective. Um, so it's kind of a cool mechanic, I guess, not to overwhelm people with too many Pokemon where you can't remember them if you're new to the game. Because I forget too that a lot of people are, playing. Maybe this might be the first Pokemon game they played, so you don't want to overwhelm them too much. Unlike, like, I had the benefit of growing up with all the games, like starting with the first generation, so I've been introduced to new Pokemon slowly and methodically, and even so, I can't remember all of them clearly, but at least not the details about them. Um, so I can definitely understand them wanting to not just like over inundate somebody with a bazillion Pokemon. Pokemon that swim with elegance in the vast ocean are nice. If you have the move Surf, you can swim with Pokemon too. So he's just reminding me of what the other folks said. Oh, there's another secret base one. I think you can make your secret base like in the mountains or in the trees, if I recall correctly. Stardust, I think you just sell for money, kind of like a nugget. So we'll sell those at a Pokemart at some time. Alright, and we already faced you, I believe. Yep. Alright, well, or we didn't, but you're not a trainer, so. Back to the city we go. I actually really didn't like, I want to say it was an Emerald, or maybe Ruby and Sapphire, the original ones. Um, you actually couldn't trade Pokemon that were not in the National Dex to the game until you had the National Dex, which is really dumb, because part of what I really enjoy is um, training whatever team you want to, and a lot of times I was kind of tired of training the same Pokemon, but they were the most advanced games at the time, so I would have liked to trade over like Pokemon from Generation 2 or something. Um, but even if I uploaded them to a different version of Sapphire, you still couldn't trade over until you had the National Dex. That might have been Emerald I'm thinking of, but I just remember being really disappointed about that as a kid, and I'm glad that it doesn't seem like they continued that into the later generations, which is nice. Even if you're riding a bike, wild Pokemon could jump you. Yeah, very true. Which I like, otherwise it'd be boring going through these later routes if you had a bike everywhere. The question is, can we afford a bike? I'm learning about bikes while I work here. If you need advice on how to ride a bike, there are a couple handbooks in the back. It's been a long time since I've ridden a bike, actually. Well, well, what have we here? A most energetic customer. You may call me Rydell. I'm the owner of this cycle shop. But your running shoes, they're awfully filthy. Did you come from far away? Yes, I did. You're saying you came all the way from Little Root? My goodness, that's ridiculously far. If you had one of my bikes, you could go anywhere easily, while feeling the gentle caress of the wind. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bike. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to tell you there are two kinds of bikes. They are mock bikes and the acro bikes. Mock bikes are for cyclists who want to feel the wild blowing wind as they ride. Acro bikes are for those who prefer a technical ride. I'm a real sweetheart, so you can have whichever one you like. Which one will you choose? Oh, good choice. I like that this is kind of a cool new mechanic where they made it two different bikes, and you can actually trade them in any time by coming back here. I think in the later generations they have this too. Um, like it's been a while since I played a later generation game, like 5 or 6, but I think you actually can just switch on the fly between different modes in your bike, which is cool too. But um, let's go with the acro bike. Love the feeling of the wind in my hair. If you get the urge to switch bikes, just come see me. See, people are so nice in this game. They just give you bikes and nuggets, and I feel like they're probably not preparing kids too well for the real world where people just don't give you stuff. But That's okay, it's a game, it's supposed to be fun, right? Alright, well, let's read the manual just in case they changed the mechanics somehow. The Mach Bike moves in the direction that the thing is pressed. Yep, pretty straightforward. Okay, so you actually can... Oh, you just release it. Okay, so it's pretty obvious. Here's the interesting part though, sandy slopes. There are sandy slopes throughout the Hoenn region. The loose, crumbly sand makes it impossible to climb normally, but if you have a Mach Bike, you can zip up a sandy slope. So we'll see plenty of those throughout the game, and like the one we saw in that cave, Granite Cave back in Dewford. That's what that's for. So if we went back there now, we could go up that and get a cool item, but I might do it off screen. We'll see. I have no idea what the item is. It's probably not that good. All right, we can do a wheelie. Press the B button. I assume you can also do other stuff with it. Bunny hop, so it's kind of cool for... Oh, stone ledges, there you go. Let me read that last one again, because it looked a little bit complicated. I was trying to read fast. B and the circle bat at the same time. Okay, gotcha. So that's cool too, I guess. So basically there are different areas of the game where you can only access them if you have the right type of bike. So it encourages you to come back to a route a second time with the other bike and get all the secret stuff. But that's really cool. Let's go ahead and bind the bike as well. Or register the bike. We can probably get rid of the Pokeblock kit. I guess you can't choose which one it's bound to. So I really want the bike to be down. Just for some reason it makes more sense to me, but whatever. We'll get used to it. You know, it's cool to have Pokemon battles and stuff, but if your Pokemon gets hurt, you have to nurse it back to health. Very true. I wonder where all these shops are in, oh, Inverse Battle Stop. Oh, interesting. That's cool. I like that they use this to, I was going to say a lot of these seem to be things that are in other areas. Like I was thinking there might be like an herb shop here. I think the herb shop is in a different town. I want to say Falabber Town maybe? Falarbor, however you say it. But it's cool that they actually are using this to introduce some things that are not in the Generation 3 games, but have been added since. So that's actually a really cool way to do it. Hey, you kid, you know about the ability called Mold Breaker? It lets you hit an opponent regardless of its ability. Yep, I don't think we'll have any Pokemon with that ability, but I'm sure we'll encounter it at some point. The revolutionary inverse Matic matches the inventor machine the inventor created can invert type matchups. For example, fire Pokemon are super effective against grass types, but not with the inverse Matic. A fire move becomes not very effective against grass types. Right, so this is actually pretty fun. You gotta think about things backwards. Or there's just a PC just to switch around your Pokemon. Hopefully you get experience for this. It looks like one of these areas where you might not, but I would certainly like to give it a try. What I have to offer here at the Inverse Battle Stop is a positively miraculous form of Pokemon battle. I call it the Inverse Battle. This precision machine, the envisioned contraption, can use its inversion powers to temporarily invert all type matchups between Pokemon. Alright, let's give it a try. Yep, I got the premise. Well, I thought I'd be facing that bug catcher. I guess instead I'm facing the Psychic. The Proprietor. Oh, Shidinja. Wow, he's going to make this tough. So Shidinja is a really interesting Pokemon. So it's a Ghost and Bug type, and it has the ability Wonder Guard. And the ability Wonder Guard, maybe that's what she was saying, Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker would render its ability useless. We don't have Mold Breaker. Means that any move that is super effective against it does damage. Any move that is evenly or not very effective against it does 0 damage to it. It only has 1 HP. So for example, Fire Pledge, Flame Charge, and Rock Tomb normally would all deal damage to it because they're super effective to a Bug and Ghost type. Because Bug is weak to Rock and Fire. But they will actually do no damage because it's an inverse battle. Now, Double Kick would not do any damage normally because it's Ghost, so I'm hoping that makes it super effective. I'm not quite sure. I know Weak and Resist are flipped, but I'm not sure how Immunity works. Let's give it a try. But I really hope it hits, because if it doesn't... Whoa! Oh, it's super effective. Right, because Bug would be not very effective against Fire, and I think Bug is not good against Fighting, too. That's really unfortunate, because we might... What else does Shidinja resist? I guess like grass types? We don't have a grass type. I guess a normal move. Alright, well, and he has other Pokemon too, doesn't he? So, and he can just X-Scissor everything. Um, let's send out Dan to use a normal attack, which I hope will be super effective, because if it's just things that it's weak to, like normally Bite would be super effective, Rock Tomb would be, so it's Shidinja's kind of balanced because of the fact that it's has so many weaknesses. But I feel like, honestly, I feel like putting it in here. Let's see what a normal move does. Oh, that's going to be so. Phantom Force would normally do nothing to a normal type, but because it's an inverse battle, it's going to be super effective. So I can't take that. I got to switch. Um, yeah, I don't know. I have to switch. Um, I'm actually a little. I don't really like this, to be honest with you, just because I like the idea of doing an inverse battle, but adding a Shidinja in an inverse battle at level 20 when your Pokemon have very few different moves and Shidinja has so few weaknesses, it doesn't really seem fair. Like if they did this at level 50, that'd be great because that's kind of movie punishment if you don't have a diverse team by then. And if you don't have a diverse team with lots of different attacking moves at that point, that's very fair. You should. But at level 20, I mean, I only have 3 Pokemon plus Pikachu, which I feel like is, about right for this point in the game. But I feel like I'm being punished because I don't have. Let me look up what Shidinja is resistant to. Because it also kind of sucks because he's actually using good moves. They really made this tough. I know that I'm complaining when the AI is doing bad and I'm complaining when the AI is doing good, but it's not just the AI, it's that they gave him a very rare, unusual Pokemon at this stage in the game. He's going to keep using Phantom Force, which is super effective, so this is like the high level AI. This is probably the same AI that like Battle Tower uses. I mean, I can't take one of these because Shidinja has a decent attack stats, like base 9. Like Shidinja is a weak Pokemon too, is another way it's balanced out. But it's not balanced now because at this stage in the game, it's actually on par with other Pokemon. So can I slow it with somebody? Maybe I can. Maybe I'll switch in Pikachu and try to Thunder Wave it. That's gonna be like my only chance here, I think. And he has 2 more Pokemon. Like, what is he gonna have? 3 Shidinja? Like this is gonna be. I know I said this against our rival, but I would not be surprised if this was the one we lost. But this one, I wouldn't feel too bad about this because I mean, this is kind of gimmicky, to be honest. So you should always be prepared for Shidinja, and I am. I'm just not prepared for Shidinja during an inverse battle, which is just, what are the chances of facing one of these? So, um, okay, quick attack. Should hit it. It has 1 HP. There we go. Probably a quick attack. Thank goodness. And I'm glad that at least the ones that it's immune to will become super effective, like fighting and normal. So that makes it a little more balanced. Okay. Whew. Good job, Pikachu, I guess. Um, let's go for Meteor Mesh. Maybe get a chance of that attack boost. So Signal Beam's going to be evenly effective. And thank goodness for the berry. That'll make it a 3 KO. He actually has a pretty decent team for this stage in the game. Air Balloon. So I wonder, is this a battle where well, we got experience, didn't we? So I wonder if I could have stolen his air balloon using Thief. Maybe that was an opportunity missed, but I guess you don't know it until it's too late. I could reset the game, but I'm not going to do that. The only time I really do that is if it's against like legendary Pokemon. Or I used to do it also if I lost against the Elite Four. Um, Alright, so normally Electro Ball would be super effective, but because of that, it's now going to be not very effective. Let's paralyze Celio just to make it easy in case Pikachu gets knocked out. I can make it easier for my other Pokemon. Because speed is not inverted. It's not a Trick Room battle, just a inverse battle. Alright, Celio I think is water and ice, so Meteor Mash would be evenly effective, so it's still evenly effective. That did nothing, so we're going to need a attack boost here. Yeah, once again, Celio is actually a pretty good Pokemon for this stage in the game. I feel like this guy's going to be harder than the next gym leader we face, but we'll see. I really hope that the gym leader, Watson, has a Manectric, because I think in the original games I don't think he did. It just seems perfect as the Pokemon to have for him. taking damage from hail, which is a weather condition that damages anybody who's not an ice type. I won't tell you who he has. They'll probably have it again. But I wonder, maybe in Emerald and maybe in these games they update it. But I feel like Manectric was almost made for him. It's the kind of Pokemon that would be just the right amount of power for this stage in the game. Alright, let's use Quick Attack just for some guaranteed damage. Even being not very effective, I wonder if Electro Ball would have done more damage, but not sure. Ice Ball is like the ice type rollouts. If we're not careful, that could do a lot of damage. Let's bring out Slate because he's lower level. Yeah, he is 20, but that's just a coincidence. I was thinking it might be one of those battles, like a Battle Tower battle, where they set all your Pokemon to the same level, but it does not appear to be. Also, I like that there's hail in the bottom. That's a cool reminder of what's going on. I guess you see at the top too. But all right, so Rock Tomb would normally be super effective because he's part Ice type, but now it's not going to be very effective. Everything else here would be evenly effective. I really don't want to miss, but I guess even if we miss, we still have Dan in the back with some good attacks. Alright, good. It's a hit. This should do a lot of damage. That Celio is so bulky. Wow. I know Celio has a lot of HP, but, wow, okay. Right, because Ice is not very effective against Steel types, so now it's super effective. Very interesting. Thank goodness he's paralyzed. And hopefully this guy doesn't have, like, a full restore or a potion or anything. Because that means we'll be faster. Alright, Echoed Voice is evenly effective, so it will be evenly effective. Wonder if they'll heal our Pokemon or if we have to go heal. Yeah, I was really worried there. If I'm glad that the mechanic works the way I think it did, where things that are it's immune to become super effective. You've mastered the inverse of Manic to such a high level. As the developer, I couldn't be happier. At least you put Shidinja up first, where you know it's coming and don't like waste your other Pokemon, before you get there and realize like Combuskin had he had a fighting attack, so that would have worked, but I just got one shot by a bug attack. Alright, so Citrus Berry. Oh, that's cool. I was going to say it's not really a big deal, but it actually is a big deal because now I can use that one Citrus Berry to grow more. A Citrus Berry, I always get this wrong because for the longest time they were, am I healed or do I need to go heal? I need to go heal. Unless the attendant heals me. Does not seem like it. No, okay. I could deposit them all on the PC, that also heals them, and take them back out again, but that would take a bit, so we'll just go to the Pokemon Center, which I think was up this way. Let me see what this is. Test your battle metal. Oh, we'll come back there in a bit as well. Okay, so I'm not as upset about it now that I know that normal type attacks are super effective. Oh, it's Wally again. Oh, right, the gym's here. Okay. Uncle, I'm begging you. I want to challenge this gym to see how much stronger I've become. Please, you'll let me, won't you? Hold on now, Wally. It's certainly true that you've grown quite a lot stronger alongside your Pokemon, but don't you think that jumping right into challenging a gym might be pushing it? I'm not pushing it. If it's me and my Ralts, we can beat anyone. Hey, Owen! Ralts and I have gotten a lot stronger since we first met, growing together. I want to prove that to you and my uncle both, Owen. Oh no. Please help me once more and have a battle with me. I really should have healed first. I'm just really worried if I say no, I can't come back and battle him, so I'll say yes, but oh, I should have just taken a different route to the Pokemon Center. Like, oh, I, I feel like in some of these games there are too many places to heal your Pokemon, but I think after that inverse battle that would have been nice to do. All right, good. I was thinking he only had Ralts. I was actually thinking his Ralts had developed into Curly at this point. I do remember you faced him around this time in the game, but thankfully it has not. Now, the downside is we only have one. I should have used a Lepa Berry. God, I figured I was running right to the Pokemon Center, and I'm in a city. What are the chances of finding another battle in the city? This is just like the perfect storm. I'm clearly not prepared. I should just heal them up all the time, no matter what, and always be on my toes. Checking moves, okay, so special attack is better, and I have Metronome. Well, I do have the Metronome though, so So let's use Bite, because then my second Bite will do more damage. I could use Screech as well, but I think Roltz, he's probably not that strong defensively. Teleport. Oh, not a good choice, Wally. You have a good Pokemon there, but I think you might need to evolve it first and catch a few others and maybe learn a bit about strategy before you face the gym. I could offer you just some friendly advice there. Alright, thankfully that Rolls was not too tough. Wow, you really are strong, Owen. You'll get there too, Wally. Just keep at it. It'd be cool if one day he has a Gardevoir that can Mega Evolve. I really hope he does. Uncle, I'll go back to Verdanturf. Owen, thank you. Being a trainer is tough, isn't it? It's not enough to just battle with your Pokemon. I can't become a true trainer like that, not really. Wally, there's no need to get so down on yourself. Why? What's keeping you from becoming stronger? Nothing is. All you need to do is keep growing. Yep, you're still young, Wally. You got plenty of time. Come on, let's go home. Everyone's waiting for you. Yes, Uncle. Owen, I'm going to get stronger. Much, much stronger. I feel like I learned a lot from just one Pokemon battle with you. About my own limits and Roltz's. So, that's why... Oh, and if it's alright, could I call you my... never mind, sorry. Oh, rival! I was about to say friend? What is he going for there? It was nothing. Please forget about it. Well, I have a rival, but, no harm having two. Not many games, but I think a few games actually have two rivals, including these ones, and that makes them a little bit more exciting. It just dawned on me that you must be the young man who kept an eye out for Wally when he caught his Pokemon. So it's you we have to thank for Wally becoming so positive about the future. Thank you. Ah, here, take this. I want you to have it as a bit of a thank you. Ooh, an HM, Rock Smash. Okay. Even if there are obstacles in your path, I think you'll be able to break through them. Well, that's very metaphorical. Especially if you use Rock Smash there. We should head back now, but if you ever have the time, I'd love it if you'd stop by our home in Verdanturf. I'm sure Wally would enjoy it too. We'll look forward to seeing you. We'll definitely make our way out there. I think that's to the west of the city, maybe? That'd be cool to see them again. Maybe even another battle if his Pokemon has evolved. Alright, well, I'm going to go to the Pokemon Center and heal and end this episode here. Oh, you can see it's starting to get a little bit dark out now. Um, I, I probably will have time to play later. I really hope I do, because I want to keep playing, but I have other things to do right now, so gotta do those first. But let's hope nobody challenges me as I go to the Pokemon Center. Um, what else was I going to say? Something else in mind too. Oh, the HM is going to allow us, I think, to go back through that tunnel that we were in before, the Rustboro Tunnel. I think that's what it was called. Whatever that tunnel was, where all the Whismur were. Now we can kind of backtrack. Let's bring the map up. Yeah, so if we go to places, if we go to Verdanturf and visit Wally, and then there's okay, that's the tunnel. I gotcha. And then go to Rust Turf, and then we can go back to the tunnel, and now we can like get my berries, and you still can't surf across this route yet, but at least you can go through here, which is kind of nice. You can still go down and go, across here with Mr. Briny, which is what I've been doing to harvest berries. But so that's Lava Ridge, right? And then this is Mount Chimney, and there's two ways to get to it: the Jagged Pass and the Fiery Path. That's right. This is a really cool area. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it won't be too far from now, I don't think. The middle part of the game is a little bit foggy to me. I'm not quite sure. I think we might go up north first. I don't really remember. But anyway, I want to heal our Pokemon before we continue our adventure. And I will see you guys in the next episodes. Thank you for watching. Take care, and have a good one.